Park, New Mexico, told me he'd been in the Tonto Basin of Arizona and thought I might find interesting material there concerning this Pleasant Valley War. His version of the war between cattlemen and sheepmen certainly determined me to look over the ground. My old guide, Al Doyle of Flagstaff, had led me over half of Arizona, but never down into that wonderful, wild, and rugged basin between the Mogollon Mesa and the Mazatzal Mountains. Doyle had long lived on the frontier, and his version of the Pleasant Valley War differed markedly from that of Mr. Adams. I asked other old-timers about it, and their remarks further excited my curiosity. Once down there, Doyle and I found the wildest, most rugged, roughest, and most remarkable country either of us had visited, and the few inhabitants were like the country. I went in, ostensibly, to hunt bear and lion and turkey, but what I really was hunting was for the story of that Pleasant Valley War. I engaged the services of a bear hunter who had 3 strapping sons as reserved and strange and aloof as he was. No wheel tracks of any kind had ever come within miles of their cabin. I spent 2 wonderful months hunting game and reveling in the beauty and grandeur of that rimrock country, but I came out knowing no more about the Pleasant Valley War. These Texans and their few neighbors, likewise from Texas, did not talk, but all I saw and felt only inspired me the more. This trip was in the fall of 1918. The next year I went again, with the best horses, outfit, and men the Doyles could provide. And this time I did not ask any questions, but I rode horses, some of them too wild for me, and packed a rifle many 100 miles, riding sometimes 30 and 40 miles a day, and I climbed in and out of the deep canyons, desperately staying at the heels of one of those long-legged Texans. I learned the life of those backwoodsmen, but I did not get the story of the Pleasant Valley War. I had, however, won the friendship of that hardy people. In 1920, I went back with a still larger outfit, equipped to stay as long as I liked, and this time, without my asking it, different natives of the Tonto came to tell me about the Pleasant Valley War. No 2 of them agreed on anything concerning it, except that only one of the active participants survived the fighting, whence comes my title, To the Last Man. Thus I was swamped in a mass of material out of which I could only flounder to my own conclusion. Some of the stories told me are singularly tempting to a novelist, but though I believe them myself, I cannot risk their improbability to those who have no idea of the wildness of wild men at a wild time. There really was a terrible and bloody feud, perhaps the most deadly and least known in all the annals of the West. I saw the ground, the cabins, the graves, and so darkly suggestive of what must have happened. I never learned the truth of the cause of the Pleasant Valley War, or if I did hear it, I had no means of recognizing it. All the given causes were plausible and convincing. Strange to state, there is still secrecy and reticence all over the Tonto Basin as to the facts of the feud. Many descendants of those killed are living there now, but no one likes to talk about it. Assuredly, many of the incidents told me really occurred, as, for example, the terrible one of the 2 women, in the face of relentless enemies, saving the bodies of their dead husbands from being devoured by wild hogs. Suffice it to say that this romance is true to my conception of the war, and I base it upon the setting I learned to know and love so well, upon the strange passions of primitive people, and upon my instinctive reaction to the facts and rumors that I gathered. Zane Grey, Avalon, California,